for that. Okay, so now it is time to talk about who is making the market amazing. Actually, I should say who's making the market look amazing for sure. Market Makers is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Why trust Antietam World Travel Service to coordinate your vacation? It's simple. They're a full service travel agency. They'll save you countless hours of online research. They also have relationships with the suppliers that are going to give you the best value and perks you can't get on your own. And they'll monitor your bookings for unexpected schedule changes. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to antietamtravel.com right now and get started on your dream vacation. All right, GMT Architects can make your business or home look amazing. Steve Sorrell has loved designing since he was a kid. He has his mom to thank for that. Here he is.
East 2nd Street in a beautiful building here with Steve Sorrell, GTM Architects, your VP of Interiors.
Yes.
So you guys are an architectural interior design firm, is that fair?
Yeah, full service architecture and interiors, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And I love this building actually. I've been here before but never realized these were all individual office spaces.
Yes, apparently one of our past clients actually, was looking at taking over the whole floor. And because of the way the building is set up here with the stairwell, this little part's almost too narrow to make a full floor tenant make sense. So I guess that's good for us in a way because we lucked out and took this small little space.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so how long have you always loved interior design? Have you always kind of been?
Yeah, so as a child, my mom actually was really big on like doing a lot of this stuff in the house. We had the most contemporary house in the neighborhood. The interiors, there was this pink and black going on, and she had different floors and different materials. And I remember like going on a lot of, IKEA trips and other furniture stores.
Yeah.
And so that kind of like, I think was always there, and I wanted to be an architect. And I liked Frank Lloyd Wright and some others. And then I went to school in high school, and my guidance counselor was like, oh, you might want to look into mechanical engineering. So I did, and then I saw that there was a salary difference between those two, architecture and engineering. So I went to college first for engineering, and realized that was not my direction. And so I came back to interiors, and went through the summer process and got into the program. I went to Virginia Tech, which is one of the most competitive interior design programs in the country. They've been in the top 10 probably as long as I can remember. So it's a really good program, and I'm on the advisory board for that. Now, so I'm giving back to the students and stuff. So
that's really great. So when you say interior design, what does that encompass?
Yeah, so there's always a lot of confusion about interior design. No thanks to HGTV.
I was just going to say, I don't think those home show things are helping you out very much.
No. So interior design, basically the way I explain it is I do everything inside of the shell of the building. So we do pick finishes and tell you what paint colors and carpet to use. But basically, we also do the space planning. We lay out the whole office or the restaurant or whatever the space it may be. We basically look at that shell and we fill in all the guts.
Right.
So there's some overlap with architecture and interior architecture in that respect. And sometimes we help people interior architects because it helps delineate it a little bit more.
You're not out shopping for the sofa with the couple,
no.
with the people who are.
Now there are some designers who do that.
Sure.
And on the residential side, single family, it tends to have some of that. But yeah, we don't do procurement. We're not picking furniture. Like individual pieces like that. We do help with furniture selection and stuff too. So it's kind of like a weird blended world, and sometimes that leads to the confusion. But we don't do decoration. We're not gonna put straw on the wall, as Hildy once famously did in Trading Spaces. I mean, So,
Oh,
yeah.
that's funny. Yeah, those shows, yeah, probably haven't helped you much at all.
Yeah.
All right, so what types of clients are you guys looking to serve?
So I basically tell everybody we do everything except for hospitals, really. Everybody is really kind of client focused in our firm. So, we want to tailor to the client. And if it's something that we're not comfortable with doing, we have other people in the office that can probably do it. And we still want to be able to provide full service. But we all have kind of our niches and our more, particular focuses that we want to do. I've done a lot of workplace. Workplace isn't really as busy these days.
Right.
The vacancy rates just keep going higher in some cities. So luckily I've done a lot of restaurant retail, and so I was able to then kind of shift and go in that direction. That's why we like to be diversified, is because we can then
move with the times. Yeah.
So
yeah. And so you guys are you new to Frederick, or this is just a new office?
So it's a new office, but we've been in Frederick for quite a while.
Okay.
Jeff, who you met earlier, he's been doing work here since 2005.
Okay.
So we've been in the area for a while. I even worked on Family Meal years back. So that's kind of a show that it's been a while, because I'm calling it Family Meal. And so I worked on that, and we've done a lot of projects here. Like we did Union Mills, bottling plant, Cucino Forno, which a lot of people know about. And then, pre-COVID, we wanted to open an office here.
Yeah.
And then COVID happened. So that slowed that process down.
Yeah.
But the moment, we had an opportunity to start it back up, and then it helped that I moved to Frederick.
I was just going to say, having you here probably encouraged that.
I kind of helped push it along a little bit faster, I guess. And so, we opened, but right now, based on all the projects we have, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
We're doing a project with FCF Church out on 15.
Yeah.
We're doing a multifamily project on Thomas Johnson. That's, 100-unit building.
Whoa, wait, where's that going? That's my neighborhood. That's like my neck of the woods.
Yeah, and then we're doing, the one that just came through planning that everybody seems to be talking about now, which is at 404 Patrick Street, right next to Union Mills.
Okay.
So that's another 100-unit multifamily project that's coming.
Okay.
So that was approved by planning through entitlements. Now we're getting into the thick of it.
Do you have a project that is like your, this was the best thing ever?
Yeah, I have a couple. We just won a bunch of awards for several projects, but like Generation Hope, which I just did, it's a nonprofit organization, just won a design award from American Society of Interior Design. So that's always great, because that's your peers who vote on that. But yeah, so Generation Hope just won an award. That one was pretty good. And, the reason why I got into this field is because I get to influence people's daily lives.
Yes.
And so when you work with a nonprofit who's doing great work, because they work with teen moms and make sure they get their education and college degrees and be able to support their family, when you see the influence that you can have on the staff and how you make them happy.
If somebody may be looking for commercial space or has a space that it's a shell, that's a good opportunity for you guys to step in, right?
Yeah, we actually say the earlier you can talk to us, the better.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of times that we evaluate spaces.
Okay.
I'm actually speaking with a bakery right now, and she's looking at a space, and she's trying to figure out if it's going to be the right fit for her. And so we can then go ahead and say, well, what's the power that you have in that space?
Right.
What is the HVAC that's there? How does it lay out? Are there columns in your way? And we can kind of have some of those preliminary conversations. And what I tell people is that, a lot of times, if you can bring us in early and we can help you make those informed decisions, it can save you in the long run. There may be some initial upfront cost, but that's better than signing a 10-year lease for a space that doesn't work for you.
That's right.
Nothing worse than being a personal guarantor on a space for 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's terrible.
Yeah.
All right. So if people wanted to find out more about the firm here, what's the website?
So it's gtmarchitects.com.
Okay.
We are actually going through rebranding because it is our 35th year.
Oh,
so we're working on rebranding. So we'll have new logos, and the website's getting completely revamped and redone.
Nice.
And then, but you can start to see some of the work that we've done.
Yeah.
You know, it's getting updated, and we're in process. So we've got a lot of sites to photograph and projects to put up there, but it'll give you a good idea.
What are the things you love about Frederick so far?
I like these. It's a unique environment, right? It's still, you have the rural area, you still have the farmland, you have a city, and then you have the suburban. So all three of those kind of come together, and it's a nice community feel. And so that's what's been great. I mean, being downtown in an office here, you know, you walk the streets and you're going to bump into somebody. So we often joke here, you know, if you're going to be in the Frederick office, you have to eat out during lunch because
you gotta get out and be
because
seen.
there's probably somebody out there that you may know.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
you know, and it's a great way to then connect with people and you know, see how you can work together and stuff like that.
For sure.
You know, but it's also a nice, fun environment.
Yeah.
My previous office, that when I had my own business, was at 11th and H, right downtown DC.
Wow.
And this is a completely different feel.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
a lot
that's
more
good.
comfortable.
We like it that way.
Yeah.
All right. This is Steve Sorrell, GTM Architects. He is a interior designer, but not the kind you probably think of. But he'll fix that space from the walls in.
Yep.
He can take care of it for you. Thank you guys for watching.
Take care.
So I think on the rebrand, they ought to just call it Where Steve Sorrell Works, because I can't seem to get this right. GTM Architects. I apologize for that. Thankfully, it was right on screen. That's the most important part. All right, coming up Friday, I'll be live at the home of Everything Frederick at 9 a.m. Come say hi. I'm going to hand out some free Good Morning Frederick chapstick and stickers and maybe some pins. Hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Please tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Have an amazing day, a great weekend, and let's get out there and be great, Frederick, because I know you can. Let's not forget about that veteran family. If you can help, outreach at pullingforveterans.org.